Okay.
Hey guys, how you doing? You can't see me, but today we have Music Guys special. We have Leigh Joel Fireman, myself. I'm here in the background. How you doing?
Hey.
With us today, we have
A guest.
Gabby Lang,
And a good guest.
entertainment journalist for The Weekender.
Yes. Good guest.
So we're going to get kind of right into this and see how see what's been going on with everybody.
Professional
So
audio engineer.
how have you been, Leigh?
I've been well. Our last show, we did a midnight show last.
We did.
We did a midnight, and I walked in here and I saw that we had a guest, and I was overjoyed.
That's right.
And she's lovely, as you can see. And why not? We deserve a guest.
Absolutely. Every once in a
I
while.
don't normally like guests.
And this, I know you don't, but this is great for the community.
For the community.
Because she does entertainment journalism for the area, for area bands, for what's going on.
Absolutely.
You're playing live venues, anything going on. This is a great way to promote
arts and
entertainment in the area. That's right.
Gabrielle Lang.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Lang.
Yeah.
Gabby.
Gabby is good. Yes.
Gabby.
Often known by Gabby Lang.
Gabby Lang.
I even wore my live local music band shirt today.
That's right. So how did you get involved in journalism in the first place?
Oh, well, I went to school. I went to Susquehanna University, and I went for creative writing. So I also took a few journalism courses while I was there. I really always thought I was going to be like a big-time author, but then I saw that there was an opening at The Weekender, and I just left a marketing job, and I was getting... I was feeling like I really wanted to do something creative, so it was really the perfect opportunity to dive into the arts and entertainment scene in the area.
Were you always a music enthusiast, or an art for the arts, performing arts?
Yeah, absolutely. I love music. I love art. I love performances in theater as well. I don't know how to do any of it myself, but I think that's why I appreciate the craft so much from others.
I don't necessarily agree. I think you're a writer, so when you're a writer, you have to have that creative flair. You have to be able to write. You have to be able to be not only intuitive, but so I would think your art is just probably you're schooled on. It's just a little, and the music art. That's all. But then again, music. We write songs, right? We have to write. So,
yes.
And words are important, except for this guy. He doesn't. Except Danny. Danny writes amazing songs, but Danny always tells me the emphasis is not on the words. It's on the.
It's on the melody line. It's on the notes you're singing, and the chord structure behind it. So if you take a really great lyric and you sing it, people are like, that's terrible.
Well, as long as it's,
but if you take a bad melody, if you take a bad lyric. And you sing it beautifully. All of a sudden, that's what you get the feeling for, and then you're like, "Wow, those words speak to me." But it's really how the singer emotes the notes that he's singing that gets us.
And I have a question for a guy. Yeah, sometimes he does. Sometimes he doesn't make sense. I have a question for Gabby.
Yes.
So you're the arts and entertainment editor at the Weekender. Now your publication has moved from print. It once was like huge print. Everybody had to go run and see the model of the week. It was just a huge publication, and it's still big, still huge. But we're no longer in print now. Now everything is.
Yes, we're all online now on theweekender.com. Yes, unfortunately, COVID, it upended everything. It definitely did upend the entertainment business on the newspaper side of things as well. So they kind of changed their model, but the Times Leader wanted to bring it back, and they were like, we still have the Weekender, and we have that demand for the
So it went away
Weekender.
for a while? It did go away for a while?
Years there. They had a bit of a hiatus in the COVID years just because there was no live events to cover at that time. So it took a little bit for them to bring it back and bring it all online.
So in your role as the arts and entertainment editor, you're covering the performing arts, which includes music. That's what our show, The Music Guys. We are the Music Guys. And do you get out to see a lot of bands? You were interviewing a lot of bands? What's a day for you like?
Well, I mean, that's what I love about this position is that everything in no 2 days, interviewing a rock, going to check out a live acoustic band next week or whatever it might also talking lots about, art exhibits and other things as well. But music is such a big role on this area.
Music is huge.
There's so many great local acts, I feel too, and they're all so different. So there's really such a spectrum to explore, and that's something I really enjoy about the Weekender. Is we got metal bands, we got country artists, we let do acoustic, solo, like band, whole bands,
And
everything.
Yeah.
I have a real quick question, but before I just want to touch on real quick. How has being online changed kind of what you guys do, or has your focus changed? Is it easier now that you're all online? Was it better before?
I would say it's just different. I don't know if I can speak to what their process was every day before I came in 2023 and right in the beginning there. But I do think there is a strength for it being all online, especially in the modern day, is because if there's an event happening this week, we can put it out there as soon as we can, like to start getting that interest and growing awareness about things happening right at that moment. So I do feel like there's definitely a pro to having that online approach, whereas we were just coming out once a week and you had to wait for it on Wednesday. Now we can do news stories every day, which I think is definitely a strength of the paper, or of the not paper rather.
Right.
That's a very corporate like answer, and I'm not saying that.
Fair, yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I can remember when your publication had a printed product, and boy, the anticipation to look at the bartender of the week or whatever it was, and then the model of the week, everybody wanted to look at that. So I can remember I was one of those people that looked for it on Wednesday. Hey, did you get that Weekender yet? And I'd go and no, we didn't get it yet. Oh, okay. When does it come? And it got to be like everybody, you'd go into a store and hey, is there a Weekender here? And it was really it was fun, And one thing I used to like about it was it had listed the days and the times and of what events were going on, and it covered Luzerne County, Lackawanna County, Wyoming County, lots of counties. Is that still listed there? You have all the listings for everything that
So since we don't have like the weekly, because I missed that part too, and I think that is the part that everybody misses.
So it's not weekly now. I'm sorry, it's not weekly.
It's every day I put out stories. Although every Wednesday, every Wednesday I do put out the live music list for the upcoming weekend.
Something like that.
So I do cover, yes. So we wanted to keep that alive, and I talked to my editor at the Times Leader, and she really wanted to keep that alive as well. And I think that's the most important thing, is because there's no good way to know when people are playing or where. It's all like a jumble on Facebook. So having one place for it is nice. And I do that every Wednesday night and put it out there so that people know where to go.
Well, I'm glad you're doing that, because I think with social media and Facebook and I think like anything else, some things are lost. Some things are gained, and we probably lost that aspect where everything's listed so nicely and everything. So it's good that you're still doing that. I speaking about, we said the model of the week. Will that ever come back, or the model of the day, or the year, or month? Or
No, I've been trying to figure out ways to bring back the bartender. I think I'm gonna try to do the bartender first.
We should start. I have an announcement. The first model of the week should be you.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
I'm just saying.
See, I mean, one thing I had an issue with, and I just think we need to just like rebrand it a little bit, maybe, because we had model of the week and we had man of the week. But like, if you like, I don't know, why are we calling the woman a model and that guy's just a man? So I feel like
I agree.
It could be brought back, but maybe rebranded a little bit.
I agree with that. I think that's just appropriate. It's appropriate.
But also, it was more of like a little column, so it also could be something where we talk a little bit more about what they're doing, a little bit more of an interview. and they get to talk about like their accomplishments and
Absolutely,
things, and
because you can broadcast, like you can do little podcasts or something on there if you wanted to.
Fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's so much to do now. But you've got so much to do the way it is. I just say do a podcast on there. You'd be like, oh my god, I have too much. But anything's possible.
I'd love to keep doing more, and I am really happy with what we've been able to cover, or what I've been able to cover. In the last year and a half that I've been at the Weekender, but I definitely would like to expand it out more into some of these areas and re-explore those columns that everybody loves so much.
Yeah.
In a new and exciting way, where we still have some of that nostalgia, but maybe we can make it work for us.
There
today.
there was restaurant reviews. It was really something. If someone has a business and if they feature entertainment and they're not in the Weekend or online, how do they go about getting in touch with you? Years ago, you could call on the phone, but I guess they could still call. But it's probably better now to get you online.
Yeah, I mean, email's always good. Email is always open. If you have a band that's playing over the weekend, you can totally email me. That's why I have those acoustic guys on my shirts, because they email me when they're playing every weekend, and I love that.
Did they steal our name because we're the music guys?
That's true. Yeah, that's also sort of why I wore it, because I was like, it is similar-ish to the music guys.
Maybe they did. We're gonna have to look into that.
We need some Music Guy shirts now.
Oh, man. Well, Gino and Pat, if you're watching.
We'll have to get our people to make we know people who know people who know people who make shirts, so we'll get that done.
Now, do you get out a lot to see a lot of local bands?
I try to get out there as much as I can on the weekends, definitely. Usually I do try to put articles out before they happen, but being at the event and getting the whole experience is also just an important part of being the entertainment writer, and it's kind of my favorite part too. So usually when I interview a band, I will try to get out and see that show or go as much as I can, I'm only one person, so I can only do so much, but I do my damnedest, and I never regret going out to see and experience music live. I mean, you gotta do it. I can't just talk the talk. I gotta walk the walk too.
Now I'm curious, what is it? Not as Gabby the writer for the Weekender, but as Gabby as the fan of music. What is it that you connect with when you see a band? Is there something you're looking for as a fan of music that, hey, I really love when bands do this or this kind of music or this kind of presentation?
Ooh, that's a good question. I love a good performance, something that's really engaging the crowd, and yes, exactly, really connecting with people, and maybe getting a little crazy up there, doing guitar solos and making it sound like a little bit different than just off the track. Yeah, no. You fit that bill? It's all about the performance, the showmanship.
And if bands or just local entertainment in general, if they have something they're looking to promote, do you offer an avenue for them to can they contact you?
Yeah, everybody is welcome to contact me. My email is glang@timesleader.com. I look at all my emails everything that I can, and I really do try to put out as much stuff as I can. I don't really say no to too many things. Like if it's in my wheelhouse and it's about entertainment, I'll do my damnedest to get it up there for sure.
No, I think having said that, let's just put a cap on it for the bands out there. Big things. I have a record release. There's a big show, a festival. Not, hey man, I'm playing these 5 places, and hey, I got my band together and we're getting a new bass player on Tuesday. So make these large events, because she's again one person and she has to pick and choose. So make these meaningful things that you're looking to promote, rather than just, hey, got a band, check my Facebook out. Because you can do that yourself. But I'm just saying, other than that, I think what I really love about that is that you offer an additional way for bands to reach an audience and to just be seen and reviewed by someone outside of their little circle. So
totally,
I think that's great.
Yeah, new albums is a great one. Always love to cover new albums and kind of review it. a little bit. You know, I'm not too harsh of a critic because, you know, I want to spread the good word about it more than anything else. I'm not going to give you a star rating or anything. But I love to listen to all the mix that we have around here. I'm interviewing somebody tomorrow, Gleason's Drift. I think they're from like the Lehigh Valley. So it's not even just like right here in Scranton and Wilkes-Barre either. Like, it's a big area, and we all kind of jump around as far as the venues go as well, I think.
Absolutely. And on that, kind of not off topic too much, but I could remember when The Weekender came out, what they, in the beginning, you were able, if, you know, they had an article and you wanted to comment on it, or you had a suggestion, or you had something yourself you would want to write, you know, letters to the editor, whatever. You were able to write in, and you were able to, you know, comment, and even have a like guest writer. I thought that was really great, and then they stopped doing that. But it caught on for a while. People were writing in, and it was like, you know, it gave it more of like a community feel. And it was, sometimes it was related to the arts, sometimes it wasn't. But if an artist approaches you and has an idea and wants to write it, are you receptive to the idea of having a guest columnist, a guest writers, or anything like that in the paper's future, or in the product's future?
That could be. I'm definitely open to that possibility for sure. We haven't had anybody reach out to have like a reoccurring column or something just yet. But I definitely am open to that, and I do receive press releases as well. In addition to like my original writing, I do receive press releases about things that are happening, and it's not even just the big venues like FM Kirby and the Mohegan. I mean, I do get those as well, and those are important. But also like fall festivals where people are playing music all day and things of that nature are also have a lot of strength. And I feel like those are even better stories a lot of the time. So those I do publish as well because you know, there's only so many hours in the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're working, you know, you're working to capacity now, and you're doing an awful lot, and it's great. But I remember, and I just think it would be so nice, so kind of cool, really, if you know, somebody's got an idea, if somebody's got a thought, and they want to write something down. I think it'd be great if they had a venue to, you know, spill it out to, you know.
That's
you
very interesting.
Yeah, you know, because people have things on their mind sometimes, you know. It's just, so that's that. I wanted to bring that up to you. What about your own personal background? Where are you from? You're from the.
I grew up in the North Pocono area. My family moved here from Long Island when I was one, so I was a baby, but I grew up here pretty much my whole life. So I was in North Pocono. I went to high school there, and then since then I jumped around after graduating from Susquehanna University. So then I lived in Dixon City, and then I lived in Tunkhannock a while. Now I'm at Lake Renola. I just kind of been bouncing all around NEPA, and I love it.
And you went to Susquehanna University.
Yeah.
You've had other jobs. You were in your other jobs before The Weekender. In what capacity were you?
I was the marketing director actually for Classic Properties, which I loved. It was a good gig, and I did well there. Absolutely, I did a lot of good work. But yeah, I just felt like I wasn't as fulfilled creatively as I would have wanted. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
When you're a creative person, you're like, oh, this is great, but
Yeah, real estate is not quite as thrilling as some other fields I'm more interested in, like music.
Gotcha. We're just really happy that you're doing it. That we're really happy that The Weekender is back. We're really happy that you're staying as open as you can and getting out there to see all the all the bands and talking to them, interviewing them. And I'm sure that many bands are on the rise. And I know that the studio here, Encore. I know we recently. Danny, who's behind the scenes today, Danny was recently interviewed, and you did a great job on him. A great article. I really enjoyed reading it. But so how did that merger? How did it happen? Who contacted? How did
you reached out? Dan reached out.
I did
to me.
I did.
Worked out nicely.
Which is definitely the one thing, like I'm telling bands, if you have something you want to get out there that's especially different, or hey, we're going to try a new stage concept, something that's different, you can get out there. This is a great medium to promote yourselves. But she had done a great article on the Atmosphere event that Steve's was throwing with his crew. So I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, I should reach out to her and just kind of see if there's a way we can bring something different to the Weekenders Entertainment section. So. And she was very gracious with her time and getting back to me. So I appreciated that. That was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because some people will do things like, I don't have time, or this, I can't. But so thank you for giving me that opportunity to come out there. Everybody loved the article. It was way bigger than I probably deserved, and I was very honored by that. So thank you for taking the time.
You're welcome. That also ended up being like a longer one for me too. Oh yeah. I mean, that one was like wonderfully in depth, and I love to come out and like see the place when I can. Also, I was hearing like rumblings about Encore Studios from like the Steamtown Music Awards, and like I feel like a lot of people mentioned they were coming here to record things, and I was like, oh.
Because he makes every customer, he makes every customer feel like they're the only ones that ever mattered. I mean, he treats every person that comes through gets individualized service. I mean, if you're just a person just doing the spoken word, he's gonna make you feel like you're like James Earl Jones, or just or the guy who did Darth Vader, and I think it's that personal service, and it's getting around. But I had a brainchild. I have the best idea. What about if we go to your budget department, your financial, and you say, oh, we're going to put this in a budget. We're going to have a culinary thing. We're going to the guy's going to go and he's going to review restaurants every week. The person's going to go, and in the budget, every week there's money for me and a guest to go out to dinner and then review and then write the article. How does that sound? Okay, can you hook me up?
Well, I'll have to talk to the advertising department, but...
Yeah, what about the hundreds in the budget,
Yeah.
They used to do that. They used to do that too, restaurant reviews.
They do. I do some restaurant reviews when I can. I don't do as many as I would like. I am due for one, actually.
That's why you have me.
I'm due for one, yeah. Especially when there's a new restaurant opening up in the area, too. I always like to get in there and check it out for myself.
Yeah.
And I also don't know how to be as I don't know, because I'm not like a critic, I just want to be treated like everybody else.
Yeah.
I just want to have like a regular lunch or a regular dinner and take some pictures of it and
there's a way
I think later.
to say things without stinging sometimes, we didn't love the such and such, but we liked the other,
Yes, you don't want it to be all fluff either,
No,
because then I feel like you can't trust me either.
Reality.
To be honest,
So you've been in your capacity now for how long?
It's been about a year and a half at the Weekender now, a little bit more than that now, because it was the very beginning of 2023 when I started. So yeah, coming up on 2 years soon.
Is there one part of the job? Is there one thing that sticks with you? Is there something that you've enjoyed more than anything? What makes it something that you like? Is there one thing? What's your favorite thing? Your favorite part?
It definitely is the music, I would say, and talking to bands about their music, because they're so passionate about what they do, and they just feel so grateful for me writing it, and I am grateful that they're grateful.
Yeah.
And I feel like when they talk about that passion that they have for music, there really is this real sense of love and authenticity in their voice about it, and I know that they care about what they're doing.
They're artists.
Yeah.
When you're an artist, that's how it is.
So I love spreading that story for them and helping spread that story. I definitely say that's my favorite part. And I love NEPA. We have cool things here. Not everybody believes it, but I believe it.
We have cool food trucks now. Food trucks are all over the place.
Food trucks. They're
all
popping
over
up
the
all
place.
over. That's a big deal. We have lobster food trucks and everything you could imagine.
They're all over. Do you have a favorite one, or there's just too many?
There are a lot of good ones. There is a new charcuterie food truck that I've been dying to try to track down.
They have a good one by your main offices. Of course, she's by the Jewel Corps building on Market Street, on East Market Street, and Penn Ave. And
Yes,
Times
they
Square.
do have one that comes and stops.
By the Jewel Court in the parking lots, they have like 5 of them that's set up there.
There's quite a few. Yeah, they do come to the office.
Oh, they come there too?
I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's the same one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the menu, but I mean, I think it's a great thing. I love the food trucks as well. Wicked Pizza, I think that's my favorite food truck. And that's like the lobster rolls, and I'm like, lobster on the go? Like, yeah.
Wow,
Let's
okay.
go.
The only thing we don't have around here is an ocean. We don't have a beach.
We don't have an ocean, but yeah, they seem to be doing okay with their seafood on the run. So
True.
I mean, whatever.
That's true. Danny, what's on your mind about the Weekender and about the online publication that it is, and what's your take?
So I love the fact that there's anything out there at all promoting that industry of entertainment. Just the fact that there's something going on outside of the normal social media. This is kind of like entertainment social media plus, because everybody's hitting their Instagram, everybody's hitting their TikToks, their Facebook, and because that's so inundated with so many users, that I think it's nice to get back to something that's localized and centralized to this area. It's personal to this area. We're not going to hear about bands from Oklahoma. It's just kind of what's going on here. And I think that's important because it offers you something besides. I know when YouTube started, in whatever it was, like 2003 or 4, you had a window of about 6 months where you could reach everybody. And then everybody was using it, and it just became bogged down with so much traffic that there was no way to disseminate what you were doing from someone in Japan or someone in Australia. And now you have somebody that's really just supporting the local area, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you. Yes, I think that is the nice thing too. Is because there's not a lot out there for musicians to talk about what they're doing and what they're trying to do.
It's an excellent resource. It really is an excellent resource, and musicians should know that this is now a resource. Just like Encore Studios, we're a resource, and this is a resource. If you think your band is interesting, if you'd like to promote your band, if you'd like to, perhaps share what your band does, holler, find her.
I'll do everything I can.
Yeah, she'll do everything she can, and that's just great, because your favorite thing to do, is cover the music. So musicians out there, we're the music guys. We're talking musicians out there. If you like music, well, this is your person. So with that said, we know that the Weekender is really now it went from being a weekly thing, a weekly product, to really like a daily product that's tweaked. And things are added to it. And that's I really like that too. And it's online. It's at theweekender.com, and it's all over the place. Really, it's international. It's everywhere. If you really think about it,
You can get it from
you can get it anywhere. That's the good thing about the internet. Get it everywhere.
I do get a lot of emails from like out of state and stuff, because those towns probably don't have something comparable in that area. And I'm like, oh, you do entertainment, here you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know about Florida, but
which is another reason the artists and the venues also have to kind of back end and help support the Weekender as well, because that's something we have that not a lot of areas have. So don't take that for granted. Support the Weekender supports you, and it just becomes a cyclical relationship.
Once again, still your daily arts and entertainment. Now it went from your weekly arts and entertainment guide to your daily kind of.
I put out a story every weekday. On the weekends, that's when I'm going to the events and taking pictures and stuff usually. But I try to get at least 1 or 2 stories out there every day. Usually 2, sometimes more. So whatever I can to keep it really going out there. Yeah.
So anyway, let me see if Danny's asking. He's big. He's back there. He's got his hand going. What's up, Danny? What are you?
No, I just want to know if there's anything particularly you want to get out there, either about what you're doing or like your personal mission statement on what it is you do.
All right. What we want is just more people, more eyes. and just to know that we are still out there, because I think a lot of people have heard of the Weekender and they're aware of it, but you might not realize that we're all online at this point. But we're still going. We're still going strong. And I would say that, you know, social media is great for reaching people and staying connected. But as far as a platform to tell your story of you as a band, I feel you need a publication of some kind for that. You get the whole story and not just like a small caption where people are just reading little bits of it. I mean, that's the strength of the articles, and those are forever. I mean, that also is the strength of the online, I think, is that like those will be up there, you know, as long as the internet's the internet. Absolutely. I would assume, yeah. So it's not just like gonna be, you know, in somebody's like cardboard boxes or something, like going out to recycling, and like it's something that will still be there like a couple months later, and then like that's your story. So that is something I think we can really like all benefit from, and that's what I hope, really.
Yeah, that's awesome, because it's all we really are looking for, really, and that and whatever else you bring. And once again, this is Gabby Leigh from the Weekender. It's Northeastern Pennsylvania's arts and entertainment daily. Get it online at theweekender.com. Look for The Weekender. And for Dan Dearborn, Detroit Dan Dearborn, this is Lee Joel Fireman sitting here with Ms. Gabby Leigh from The Weekender saying good night, we're the music guys and music gal.
Good night, thank you.
You're welcome.